Hey, Scruffy. I'm about a half hour early. You don't seem very enthusiastic, huh? So I got chicken bone and skin tonight. And a new can of cat food. It's the party cuts with real chicken and beef. And of course, your kibble. Yeah, kind of quiet tonight, huh? Yeah, I know the feeling. Okay, now bring it out. Okay, so I'm gonna close the door and walk past you. Okay, so let's put the food on the table. So you've been swatting me the past few days. I don't like that, so I'm not sure how to deal with that. Okay. Your back's all arched. Seems like you want the back pet. So yeah, your fur looks kind of terrible on the back near your tail. So it looks like you've been grooming too much. There you go again. So the weather actually is, I think, a little bit warmer than yesterday, but not by much. But the sun finally did come out, so that was nice. But yeah, it's supposed to be like 10 or 15 degrees warmer than it is, but it hasn't materialized, so not sure what's going on. So it's cold again today. And wear a blanket to my desk. And then, yeah, overnight my room's really cold, so my face was freezing. So I still haven't turned on the furnace. So So I think today is the anniversary of my dad's death. So it's kind of a somber day. Not really much going on to make the day feel good or nice. So the weather is cold, and at least the sun came out. Yeah, it's been gloomy the past few days. Overcast. But, everything's still kind of locked down, so everything's quiet. I did go out to the park today. I wouldn't say a lot of people were there, but one thing that caught my attention was there were actually two different people with drones. So the first person I saw, as I entered the park, he was out in the middle of the field in a fold-out chair, and he has his VR goggles on, and so he's just staring out, or sitting out in the field, staring into the goggles, and there's this drone overhead flying around all over the place. So it still looks weird that he's always looking straight. Yeah, no matter where the drone is relative to him, since he's doing everything through the VR goggles. But it was impressive how much battery life those things get, because I walked the entire lap and he was still there, so that was probably close to 45 minutes. And he's still flying. So I remember, when I was growing up, the little RC cars that we had, I didn't have one, but I had a bunch of friends that had them, and they were popular when I was growing up. And the charge would get maybe 15 to 20 minutes if you're lucky. They didn't last long. Very zippy. Very impressive when they're on a full charge, but then the battery wears out and you're done. And it takes couple hours to recharge it, if I recall. So I think there's a fast charge and a slow charge, and if you want the batteries to last, you need to do the slow charge. So, and the batteries are not cheap. I think that's still true today. But the batteries we have are much, much better. Well, much more powerful. So lithium, I guess, is probably what's powering these now. So on the end of my second lap, I saw another guy sitting in a different section of the park, with another VR headset and drone in the sky. So I was trying to figure out if it was the same guy or not, but I don't think it was, because he didn't have his fold-out chair, and he was sitting at a bench, and he had a bicycle. So I don't think I've ever seen two at the park before at the same time. It's actually pretty rare just to see one, I think. So not sure if there's something special about today, or is this a coincidence. But those things look a lot more fun than the RC cars. And the fact that they have better battery life too makes them way more fun. So actually now I'm curious if the RC cars are much, much better now, because they have better battery technology. Because if you didn't have to recharge them all the time, they'd be a lot of fun. Of course, flying's more fun than driving. Okay, Scruffy, I want to give you your food. So, got you a bone tonight, so I know that takes you a while. Try and pat his chest. So, one of you viewers mentioned that when he coughs, I should, hit him or tap him between the shoulder blades, help his cough. So, I think it was Noggle Bomb. So I tried it. So he stopped coughing, so maybe that worked. Okay, let's get your food. No meow, huh? Okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah, his fur looks terrible here. Okay, I'm done. So yeah, kind of a slow day. Looked out for Scruffy. I only saw him briefly, so I saw part of his tail sleeping on the edge of the deck near the step. Lunchtime when I brought out his water. So I brought out his water, called out, talked to him. He didn't move. So he stayed exactly where he was. I can't see him from over here where he was sleeping. I can only see him from the kitchen window. So left the water, went back in, went back to the kitchen window, checked on him. He had not moved, so back to ignoring me. And I think yeah, that's all I saw of him the rest of the day. So I noticed that catch scratcher keeps shifting position, so he's using it, I guess. So I'm gonna have to remember to move it back under the overhang if it's gonna rain, because I don't want that thing to get soaked. Yeah, I still need the water. I was hoping it would warm up. So I think it's still supposed to warm up a little, so we'll see. But yeah, I should probably water pretty soon. Today actually probably would have been a good day, but I decided to go for a walk earlier today, and I still haven't adjusted to the sun setting so early. So even though I went earlier today, by the time I got back, it was sunset. It's getting dark, so it's kind of cold, so I didn't really want to water. So my next few days are a little bit on the busy side, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to water. I'm also thinking I need to go grocery shopping. I actually don't need too many groceries right now, but I'm getting low on bananas, so I need that. And then there's a couple things I wouldn't mind getting, but I actually wouldn't mind putting them off later. But yeah, the bigger issue is the holiday shopping is starting soon, and I really want to avoid the holiday crowds and also the shortages. I'm really worried things are going to be sold out, so I'm thinking I need to plan a trip early, kind of preemptively grab stuff when it's not as busy. But that means, yeah, probably means I also need to stock up on things I don't exactly need right now, but will need. But yeah, most of the things I need are perishable, so I gotta strike that balance. So thinking maybe a few more days. I don't know. It's a tough balance. The longer I wait, the worse the crowds get. But sooner I go, yeah, the higher the chances I'm buying stuff that may perish before I have a chance to use it. I think he probably just grabbed the bone there. Took it out of the plate. So I have one more bone left and chicken skin. So I may split up the chicken skin between tomorrow and the next day, and then I'll give him the bone probably the next day. I don't want him to get too used to the heavy feasts on an everyday basis. Yeah, speaking of which, yeah, I still have some leftover chicken. I gotta probably eat that up maybe tonight. Messy eater. It's getting that chicken bone all over the place. Smearing it. So I put the mat there, so I'm trying to protect the deck from his messiness. It looked like the other bone was about to slide off the mat there. So I think, yeah, the other day he almost threw it up. So that'd be another big mess. So hopefully he won't throw up. So the bone, should slow him down, so I don't know why he'd throw up. And I'm not really putting him in any situation anymore where he should be nervous. He should be used to me by now. I think he's going to throw up. No, not on the brush. So he had a gag, but I don't think he threw up. Not a very good eater, Scruffy. I don't know how you survive in the wild. Yeah, he's really close to that brush. It's making me nervous. I don't want him throwing up on the brush. Why did you move the bone next to the brush? So you can hear the cracking of the bone. So he's getting into it. So he eats it like potato chips. So I read, yeah, the raw chicken bones are really good for them. I guess they get the calcium, plus I guess there's a lot of nutrients in the bone marrow. And yeah, I'm impressed at like how easy it is for them to eat a bone like that. Just crunch it like a potato chip. Doesn't seem to be like any big deal. So I see some wetness on the brush. I think the chicken bone might have touched it. I hope it's not vomit. Still, it's not a good thing to touch either. Gotta worry about all the stuff raw chicken can carry. Oh well, it's on the corner of the brush, not the handle, so I should be okay. Plus, I seem to use the glove most of the time, so. So I just about finished another container of my soup, my frozen soup. And so I think I'm about halfway through now my batch. So maybe another 3 weeks, I'm probably gonna have to make another batch of soup. So wow, time flies. It seems like I made the soup not that long ago. I'm already halfway through it. I actually still haven't put the giant pot away, so it's still on the stove. So yeah, usually we keep the giant pot in the garage on a shelf, so there's more space there for the big giant oversized pot. And I haven't put it back yet, and here we are halfway, and it's still on the stove. Yeah, it's also, I think, reflective of how little cooking I've been doing. So I'm trying to be good with my diet, so I don't cook that much, because yeah, all the things I cook I tend to overeat on. So I think that implies that I might actually be a semi-decent cook, because yeah, the food I cook's pretty good. I have a neighbor. He's a really good cook. Could be a master chef if he wanted to go down that path. Seemed surprised that he ate all the food. So I don't think there's anything in the balls. So I see like one little dot of a crumb, but it's really tiny. There might be something under the balls, but I don't see anything. I think he's gonna take off. Yep. Okay, folks. Guess that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.